Oh, so. Hi, Titan. How are you? Nobody really watched the pack opening video. So, excuse me, it's early. So I figured, screw it. You know what? Let's just jump into deck building. I might be doing two, but for right now, the cats are fighting. Hey, take that somewhere else. Here it goes. All right. Anyways, so I've never done an Eldrazi deck before, but so basically you open the packs. Yeah, you don't really know what you have enough of, so I kind of sorted them out to be like, this is pump, this is land control. What do we got? Why do we have? Oh, that's right. Actually, these were the ones that I was like, yes. So these are my deck bases, like what I'm gonna really run the deck off of, which is a little bit of pump, and then we got hexproof. But yeah, when you normally open the packs, you don't know what you can make. And since this is all the Eldrazi stuff I have was just from that Modern Horizons 3 box, got to work with this. But I think I have enough. In fact, I most definitely have enough to build a deck. What have we got here? That's all mana, so I feel like that's going to be an automatic yes. So let's put these here. Let's see. Just want to make sure I don't have too many of the same. It's like, you know, there's 3 snapping tortoise in here. I don't think we need 3. But basically, it should be, the idea across all decks is kind of the same. Like, what do you want to do with the deck? What do you want to push for? Generally, you'd stay within tribes and or colors, but dragons and Eldrazi are much more difficult to do that with. Although I think dragons have kind of narrowed down into like green and red a little better, but there are still black dragons and white dragons. I don't know if there's any. Yeah, there's a couple blue dragons. Anyways, point is, like, dragon decks generally are 5-color decks. Eldrazi deck is technically a no-color deck, but it's still 5 colors because there are Eldrazi that do have color to them. All right, as I was doing, let's see. So we've got an enchantment. I'm going to take 2 of those, throw that one aside because we don't need 3 of them. So we want to keep some difference in there. Let's do those. Those are creatures. See, so this actually spawns creatures, so it's technically population, but the creatures add mana. So it's a spell. I mean, these also bring out more creatures. That's another boar. Oh wait, no, we don't have a boar yet. That was a turtle. That's right. Oh, create 2. I don't know. Like, it's expensive, but it can also be played as a land. I don't know what the ruling is on these cards. I should probably look into that because I have so many that just like have 2 sides. We're gonna set this one over here because it's questionable. Like, it's still mana, but it's very expensive. But also it has a high power and toughness. So maybe draw 3 cards. I mean, drawing could help. That's an instant. Damn it, dog. I can't get through a video without something. It's also 5 cost, so that You know what? Actually, let's set those aside. Those are maybes, along with the other guy. Oh, I just realized I had 3 of them. Okay, so we're not gonna have 3. Let me let the dog in, and then maybe we should be all right. Every time you gotta fucking interrupt, right? Thank you. Okay. Figured, you know, wife and kids are at school, nobody will disturb me, and then the dog. It's alright. Alright, Writhing Chrysalis. Colorless. It also has reach. Whenever you sacrifice, put 1 counter. So these are going to be an absolute yes because they do pump and mana. And like I said, some of our bases is pump. It's a 4 cost, so I don't think I'm gonna have so many of those. Hold on. I just realized some of them are actually in the pump. Alright, so 2 aside. We're just gonna have 2 in there because they're 4 cost. If it was like 1 or 2 cost, then I would have 3 or 4. Let's see. When you cast a spell, and when this dies. Okay, I like that for a 3 cost. We'll just keep 2. Again, I totally meant to throw them here. Like these guys are absolutely, they should. Very likely will. Depends on the card count. Whereas these ones are like, I could switch some of these out for any of these. Reach. Did we alright? Put boars in here. See, now I gotta pay attention to what I'm doing. Because it's a 7 cost. When you cast or cycle this, create. We'll put you over there. I mean, it's strong. These are just battlers, I believe. Yeah, vigilance. Could be flying. Has trample. Oh, okay. That board was in the wrong place. Because technically it's just a battler. Because most of these guys, like, they bring out Eldrazi spawn. Like these guys. So we'll leave the battlers alone for now. Whenever you cast a colorless spell, we can get a token. So that's... And then it deals 1 damage when another creature enters the battlefield. I don't know if I want to do burn along with it. Let's see. I don't know, the false god. Whenever another Eldrazi you control dies, put a 1/1 counter. So I'm gonna say yes, like just yes. There. All right, so let's get to the actual. So obviously we don't have enough pump cards to make a full deck because you need at least, like, I would say 35 to 40 cards, spells. Excuse me. 35 to 40 spells. And you can have even 45. If it's like a single color, I would do it. But this is a 5 color, so we're probably gonna stick within that 35 to 40 spell range. Although my wolves are weird because they're like the strongest deck I have, and they have like 28 mana, so they barely have any spells at all. But those spells all do a bunch of stuff, and the deck slims down real quick to get all the more powerful stuff. I haven't found a way to do that with any other color but green. Probably because I haven't done it. So let's see, when you cast a spell, and whenever it attacks, put a 1/1 counter on each colorless. Fuck yeah, absolutely. If Void Pouncer was kicked, it enters the battlefield with 2 1/1 counters and trample. Oh, and haste. I mean, it's a 2 cost. So honestly, let's put 3 of those in there. When you cast this, oh, right, the Vanguard. That's a 5 cost, so we'll just have 1, honestly. Alright, so now we gotta figure out what else we want to do. Because that's all of the pump cards we have in creatures. Because, like, we got mana. And then, like I said, we have the battlers, too. Like, their only purpose is battling. Okay, you are 7 costs, so we're going to take out 2 of you immediately. Not even going to bother with that. Got another corrupted shapeshifter. Another corrupted. Okay, so we can take one of those out. Because, I mean, we can always fill the gaps with other colors, other spells, artifacts, stuff like that, right? Because we want to keep it within that lane. And I think I set aside... Oh, yes. Yes, I did. I have a whole stack here of stuff that I could possibly do. Energy. I think actually maybe not, because some of this is for another deck. I have like 5 decks that I was like, yeah, I could probably do this. That's for red spells, so you know, gain energy. You know, actually, I think okay. So some of this was for here, like these energies. That's what I was looking for. Because I don't really use blue anywhere else. So the reform, when it dies, yeah, I get to create a 3/3 fish. The 3/3 fish turns into a 6/6 whale, and the whale turns into a 9/9 kraken. So I think for increased power, that is definitely going to work. For this to work, we need stuff that, you know, works with energy, which I have set aside. Obviously, I kind of prepared for this, finally. So yeah, we got these artifacts, give them 2/0. They also get energy, and I can pay energy to re-equip them elsewhere. So those will go over there with that guy, because those are actually very inexpensive. The Siege Smash doesn't do energy really, but it is the pump that we want, where they get 3/2 and trample. I can also destroy a target artifact if I really wanted to, but that's not the purpose of these. So these are going in here because, I mean, you have some very powerful creatures in this set, in Eldrazi generally. So we're not going to do burn, we're just going to set that down here. If it's a creature card, reveal it, put it in your hand. You may put it on the graveyard, or in the graveyard. Yeah, we'll do creature catch. Oh, that's another Vanguard. Oh, that's right. It was a 5 cost, so we just wanted the 1, right? There it is. Titan's Vanguard. Okay. Losing track of my own mind. Field control. We're going to put you over here. Choose 2. Create colorless tokens. Eldrazi spawn. We can scry with X. Exile creature, or exile up to X target cards from a graveyard. This feels like field control, and mana more than anything. I mean, you can scry, so there's that. You can put stuff on the top and bottom of the library as you choose, as you please. So I think we might actually do that. Trying to think. So let's see, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Oh, and then do 19, 20, 21. So we're about halfway there. Let's just take a look at some of these battlers. Like this one, as it enters the battlefield, it becomes your choice of a 3/3 flying, or a 2/5 vigilance, or a 0/12 defender. And I feel like having two of those is actually going to be more beneficial. Sacrifice creatures, return this. It's a 6/6 for 6 cost with Annihilator 1. We definitely want Annihilator because that always helps with these kinds of heavy-handed decks. Having Trample helps because we have Pump in here, so we'll take that. Vigilance, I think we'll put that away. This one has Reach. I'm not worried about Reach with how powerful most of them are. Whenever you draw your second card for each turn. I mean, we're not really drawing, but it is flying. And it's a 2 cost, so sure. That's the same one as there. Menace, absolutely. Alright, so we got some battlers in there. Like, their only purpose is to fight, really. Horrific Assault. Target creature you control deals damage equal to the power to creature or planeswalker you don't control if you control an Eldrazi. Gain 3 life. I mean, clear up the field a little so that I don't have to worry about trample all that much. I can just walk on through. Let's see. I think I had some other guys. Yeah. So I do have like deck fillers. Got another dragon. A 6 cost 4/4 flying dragon. Right, the Decanter of Endless Water. You have no maximum hand size and add 1 mana of any color. I've also got this Artifact Defender, 3 cost. Didn't need you. Just kind of looking through, seeing, because I know I set a bunch of this stuff aside. Eldrazi Snake. I think we were already looking at that and said no. Here we go. Why are there Eldrazi over here? You're Phyrexian. Oh, because these weren't from that box. That's why. My silly butt. Okay, there's another Horrific Assault. Got some Mimics. Old Chalice. Multicolored Land. Another dog. I swear. Stop barking. Is he really pestering you that much? Is he really doing that mean? My goodness. We have 3 of them. One stayed inside. The other 2 went out. Alright. Are we good? All good? Okay. Can I do this now, please? Thank you. I do like this. I mean, it's a 6 cost, so that kind of sucks, but it is a 4/4, So it can sit there and, you know, actually do something. But then if you sacrifice it, you get 5 colors. But I don't know if that actually works with this. Because a lot of these guys are actually just colorless. So we'll probably set that aside. Let's see. Everflowing Chalice. Multi-kicker. Enters the battlefield. So add 1 colorless mana to your pool for each charge counter. That is very helpful. So, see, it's thickening up pretty quick now that we're looking elsewhere. We're gonna take that. When Path of Annihilation enters the battlefield, you get Eldrazi spawn. Also, Eldrazi you have. Add 1 mana, tap one, add 1 mana of any color. Whenever you cast a creature spell with mana value 7 or greater, you gain life. That seems helpful. Because I know we set some of these aside. That's adding. Creature tokens you have evolve, so those are helpful. So I think we're actually going to go ahead and just throw all these guys in here. And with that, 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I cannot get a break today. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we're at 30. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we're at 41. Might actually just stop there and get mana. I mean, the majority of what we have is actually red, green. Let's see. We do have some blue. I won't say it's enough to really hinder it. So it's mostly red and green. A little bit of blue. With 41. Oh, right. This guy. These guys. Oh, we already have you guys. Okay, so... when the Swelling Scourge or another colorless creature you control dies, you get experience counter. Creatures you control get XX until end of turn, where X is the number of experience counters you have. Oh, so let's go to 42. So then we need 18 mana. Which we have some. These are multicolors. I mean, they're actually just colorless to start, but you can sacrifice them. Search your library for a basic land. Island, swamp, or mountain. So not what we need. That's exactly what we need. Forest, island, and mountain. Let's see. This is mountain, forest, plain. I mean, we could use it because it has 2 of our colors. Forest, island, plain. That one I'm going to say no. Island, okay. So those are a no. Let's just put you over here. Put all the rest of these. I'll draw these together. Yeah. Take those guys out. I mean, we do have mimics, so we could do those. I mean, we do actually have a fair bit of mana in there, technically. Well, that'd be 42, 43, 44, 45 if we really wanted to go that route. And do 15 mana, because these are also mana technically. So we'll be alright. They're mana sources. So just for reference, I mean, let's see, we got... Okay, I didn't even realize how powerful that was. Sorry, distracted. So that's a mana source, mana source. That's one. Control, create. Yep. Menace, yeah. Ah. That one. Not you. Not you. Nope. Woo! No cards. Alright. So that is... Okay. So there's like our battle part, and there's our mana source. So we're good on mana, really. And that's going to make the difference. Like with green decks, you can generally do that, where you can have a lot of mana and it not actually be mana, right? So we're down to 15 mana, specifically. Let me go grab that. Okay, as we were doing. Gotta find my box of multicolored mana. I thought I was prepared. I was so wrong. I think this is it, actually, right next to me. I feel dumb. So I was more prepared than I thought. Alright. So really, we only need 3 colors. Really, we only need 2, which is green and red. So we got that guy. I mean, we might take red and blue along with green and blue if we have any. Did I skip some? I did. Because we need more red and green. Apparently I don't have a lot of red and green. Okay, there's another one of those. What in the world? Chloe, don't start. Hey. They're not even anywhere near the house. Stop. My goodness, dogs. Well, I want to overfill on those, so we'll do those 4. There we go. I think I just messed up. Yeah, I did. I just messed up. Alright. I gotta go that way. I'll take this other cluster, maybe, if I can do it. And here we go. Another red and green. That's snow. Red. So this is red and green and lets us gain life. So that could help. Search your library for plains or island. Okay. See, these will be nice. So we need. Which one is it? Oh, bountiful. Yeah, that's right. Red, green, and blue. Which we should have more bountiful somewhere. Because those are the ones we really want. There we go, bountiful. Absolutely gonna have 4 of those in the deck. Because those are the 3 colors exactly that we need. And I think that'll do it for that mana. So we had 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, right? 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55. So this is the part where you just add regular mana. And you just kind of guesstimate. Like, we know we don't really need a lot of blue because we have like blue throughout all this stuff. So we might not even put any blue in here. Or if we do, it's going to be one island, which I am going to do. So we got one island. Okay. That way we can just do... Sorry, I have the hiccups. Oh. The hiccups made me forget where I am, what I'm doing. So we have 49, 50, sorry, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 55, right? Okay, so 55. So we only need 2 of green and red. That's black. So here's red. Now we have snowlands. Don't need those. Ooh. Well, that's for a burn deck, so I got excited and I'm like, never mind. Problem is those enter tapped, so we probably will actually just not. We're gonna avoid that. Let's just do 2 mountains. Come on. And 2 forest. And that's our full deck. I just threw that in the wrong. That's mana. I'm dumb. Those are spells. Alright. I think I was thinking on that one and then just decided not to. So now 2, come on, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Just making sure that my count is right. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's 50. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You can go to, like, I would say the max should ever be 62. But you want to try and keep it at 60 as close as possible, as often as possible. Like, there would be a very good reason that you're going to 62. Like, say, token decks can go to 62 because you need more of that population, right? The population decks. But my wolves are specifically, like, they're narrowed down to 60 because you want to get to those cards as fast as possible. I remember back when I started Magic, like, a lot of decks were very slow playing. Like, you had time to build up and do all kinds of craziness. Now it's all fast, so just make a fast deck. I do have a dragon deck that is original. It's actually from the Vault of Dragons when that first came out, that I built. So it was very slow, like extremely slow. More recently, I did speed it up a little. All right, so now that the sidetrack is done in my brain, we are going to go ahead. I do have some very expensive cards, so realistically I should put these in cases, but we're just going to do one good shuffle, maybe. Actually, you know what? Just so we don't destroy the cards as best possible. I don't know why, but we're going to bring this tray back because, like I said, we might do another deck. But for now, I need to make room. So this is caught under the camera. There we go. Back over there. There we go. Alright, so let's go ahead. I mean, we know what this mana is. See if I can maybe gently roll it. Trying not to destroy the card because I do like these ones. So I'm trying to gently just roll it over my finger like that. So there's not too much of a pointed edge. Yeah, kind of like how you try and straighten out a dollar bill or money when you're trying to put it into a machine and it doesn't want to take it. Kind of that same concept, but less rubbing. Okay, it's flatter. Anyways, alright, so this was the top card. There we go. Five-point shuffle. Realistically, you don't even have to do one card at a time, but it works a lot better if you do. Like, if you're just in a hurry, like, just throw down cards. Who cares? Just don't do, like, 5 stacks. Like, you just throw down a stack, and then you're done. Because it does need to shuffle. Alright. So now, just to see if the deck will remotely work, because I don't even know. We're going to pretend that we're in a game, so somebody cuts it. Cool. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep, we got a mountain. That's good. We also got the colorless. Also good. We got some low cost, some high cost, which is awesome. Definitely want to see that in a hand. Especially when one is just straight up colorless. Like, you cannot pay anything but colorless for that one. Which kind of sucks. But also, like, I have these two, so I could technically play that on my second turn. So really, let's go ahead. Just play a couple turns. So I'll do that. Tap. That. Untap. Bring out. Okay. So, I mean, we can still keep moving. Untap. Enters tapped. That's fine. Because we can pay, tap, bring out a... I don't have the tokens right now. They're hiding. So we get a colorless token that we can sacrifice to get specifically colorless mana, which is what we need for 3 of these guys. We actually need 2 for the Breaker of Creation. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 mana. This is why I didn't want you going outside. The old man let the dogs out when I'm sitting right here. Like, okay, but regardless, so it may not be fast, but it does have some second turn plays. Let me let the dog in again. Ugh. Can I just, please? We'll do this a couple more times. Make sure that the deck at least somewhat runs. Because you want to do it 3 times, probably 4 or 5 turns. Okay. All the dogs are in. The old man's out. Alright, so we're gonna shuffle again. Okay. So we'll cut. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You want your cut to be as fair as possible. Like, don't, because like I have the mana there, so I'm trying to avoid that. But I'm also not really looking, so I'll squeeze it and cut it. Anyways, so let's see. Okay, that's not good. We don't have any mana. Oh boy. It's going to take us a few turns to get to mana. So we might need to change that up a little bit. It also could just not be very well shuffled. So we'll actually do this a couple times, just to kind of give the cards a little more distance and their placement and stuff like that. Because the mana might all just be rocking together, right? So... So you want to do it a few times anyways, because it might be just like all the mana's together. Ooh, well, the mana's close. We know that. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There we go. Now we just act like I'm taking the turn first. A lot of people prefer me to because my decks can run like that. Okay, this looks way better. Actually, I think because we don't really have a first turn play, like it's a 0 cost, but multi-kicker. So I would play that tapped. Next turn. There we go. Yeah. You have a kicker, so do we want to play you? Oh, here we go. You got the Mimic. That's turn 2. and tap that. So we have 2 or 3 because we can sacrifice our Mimic, which looks like we're going to have to if we want to bring anything out. Especially since we're going to get more mana. It's actually a double, so that works so much better. Sacrifice that. Sorry. 4. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Is that more mana? Okay, cool. Just checking. I'm not in an actual game, so. You know, honestly, I'm gonna skip creatures this turn. We're gonna bring out the Ever-Flowing Chalice. No, you know what? Because that'll give us 2, 4, 6. So actually, no. Maybe we don't skip creatures. We actually bring out 1 green, 2 colorless, drop you. When this spell is played, get a token. Okay, so that is what we want to see right there. Like, my hand is emptying fairly quickly. And we could even run these siege smashes if we needed to. Like, somebody starts building a little too much and getting scary. I could throw this at it. Especially since when it dies, I get another one of these guys. You know, just... But let's get more mana with that. So we go multi-kicker 2, 4, 6. So this has 6 mana, and I can use all 6 colorless mana, but I don't have any actual colorless creatures or artifacts. I don't have spells. There we go. Ooh, my brain totally took a poop there. So I mean, yeah, it's running amazingly compared to how it was before. So okay, now we have a creature that pay 1 red, 1 colorless, doesn't matter. So we have a kicker of 3. So we need to pay colorless on it. So there's 2 of those. And then we'll pay 3. So if it was kicked, it enters with 2 1/1 counters. I don't have those. I mean, this is just for kind of funsies test. Make sure it's running. And it gets haste, but also... Well, no, yeah. If we do haste, we still have red and colorless, and then we could siege smash. Anyways, so yeah, okay, that did a lot better. So I'm wondering, because a lot of that mana was also together. So I'm wondering if that was actually the problem. Like, got looks like mana down there. So they're just kind of clustered around. Not really what you want to see, but it ran, and it ran really well. Bad stuff to play. So let's do it again. Shuffle, shuffle, because it ran okay the first time. That was just 1 shuffle. Didn't run so well the second time. So I'm gonna count this as the 3rd actual try. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. So again, no mana. So we're gonna have to take out some cards, put in some mana. But we're not here to reforge this deck. That's a later problem. We're here to build decks, right? Actually, well, I guess technically that is part of the deck building. So we had 45. Now, I think we're gonna... Okay. Where's the chest mimic? Let's take that guy out. Because we have 2 of them, so... I think the problem is we have too much mana source. I think. I don't actually know what the problem is here. Let's just guessing and trial and error and playing with what you got, right? So I think we only put one of those guys in. I think we did put. Oh, there's one of the chests. So I'm just kind of looking like we're gonna take that out because I think we have too much mana source and not enough actual mana. Might take that out. Oh boy. Might have to. You know what? Let's take out that. Let's try and narrow it down to mostly just Eldrazi. Like, this is a mana, no maximum hand size, blah, blah, blah. No big deal. That one can stay. Or, no, you know what? Let's take that out. Because we don't have to worry about max hand size. 1 mana evade color, that would be nice, but it's not really helping us. In fact, it's probably even hurting us. Because we're not able to get as much mana. So we can do 2 more red, 2 more green. That'll help. Get a little more actual mana in the deck. Because yeah, I exploded on having mana sources. Trying to think. Because I mean, it'd be nice to have more defenders, just so I have something that blocks. But is it necessary? Oh boy. But absolutely, like, part of the problem is that, alright, you know what? Let's take one of these guys out too. Because we do have 2 of them, and I thought I did. Alright. So if that's the case, we can keep the island in. I think we'll grab 2 and 2. Forest and mountain. Dropping cards, throwing them on the ground. That's fine. That's actually not fine. Nothing is fine. Nothing is okay. Alright, so grab 2 more forest. Not 3. Mountain. God damn it. Just kind of grabbing stuff off the top. Throwing cards all over the floor. Okay, I didn't throw anything expensive, so it's fine. Alright, so now put one. This is stacking, but I am going to shuffle, so don't worry. I'm not playing it from here. Oh. Well, okay, I just shoved it in there with more fucking mana. There's a mana pocket in here. There's a couple of them, really. Trying to break those mana pockets up a little. And we'll give it a good shuffle. Go. I'll give it a cut. Alright. This is a new deck, technically. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. There we go. Oh, there we go. We're almost over on mana, but yeah, I'd rather have that than being low on mana. So organize these a little bit. So we don't have a first turn play, but we do have a second turn play. And we have a third turn play. Actually, we could have a double third turn, but trample. So creature tokens you control have evolve. You can get 1/1 counters, or four, and then we get a token. This is an enchantment. All Eldrazi I have create mana. I have one. Oh, I don't even have to sacrifice these anymore then, because they are also Eldrazi. Ooh, I just realized how vicious that is. I don't have to do that BS because it's 1 mana of any color. Okay. So yeah, this is 1, 2, 3. Whenever you cast a creature spell with mana 7 or more. Okay. Well, we're not gonna hit that, which is fine. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, that can be red. 2 colorless, 1 green. Just making sure that I'm not cheating. Then we get another one of these guys. From this, whenever you sacrifice an Eldrazi, though, I can put 1/1 counter on this. So if I sacrifice them for their mana, I can put counters on this guy. So I have an option. I like that idea. Alright, last turn, and then, yeah. We can play anything in our hand. In fact, we can 3. 1 colorless, and then we have 2 of these guys, so that's another 3. Bam. Look at that. We're already kicking ass, taking names. Whenever you sacrifice a so me holding on to those was actually a good idea because this also gets something, and we got another one of these guys from this. I mean, okay. And that was just one. That was just test number 1. We're looking pretty darn good. Those are the ones I'm taking out. You go in the deck. Alright. Woo! Well, I know it's on top, but there you go. Alright. 1, 2. Wait, I didn't actually shuffle. That was dumb of me. Let's actually shuffle. Okay. Still end up near the top. That's fine. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ooh, 7. Hey, look at that. Mana. Okay, so yeah, we just needed 4 more mana. No big deal. So what I had... trying to remember. $45. That's right. I had 45 and then I added more mana in there. So it's 15, what, 18, 19? 19 mana? So yeah, it ended up about that 20 that I said anyways. What do you know? So I don't think we're actually even going to bother playing this out because we don't have first turn, but we do have second, technically third turn. So, and that's what you really want to look for is if you have those turns. So we can go 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And we have 4. Oh, colorless spells you cast with mana value 7 or greater, which none of those are. I do have a couple on there, but they cost 1 less. So other colorless get 1/1. Totally down for this because I'd be able to play all of those. After we get the Mimic, we can play that too. So we're good. Just want to make sure you can play stuff. Whether you're actually going to win or not is a totally different story. You have to actually play somebody to find out. Like, this is just to see if the deck runs at all. Alright, last try, right? Okay, maybe we replace that mana with... Here, let's get another forest that's not all messed up. Okay, there we go. That's better. It's just another forest. I didn't change it out with anything. I don't know if that was a good shuffle, but it's a shuffle, so I'll take it. Yeah, I don't have to... Well, there's something in there. I don't know. Anyways. Alright, last one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so this does happen. We could just, you don't have any mana, you know. But 2 out of 3 times, I mean, I eventually get mana, but then I gotta wait another turn, so, what, technically I'm sacrificing creatures. I'd rather keep that. So I get rid of that. No big deal. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. Draw another. There we go. Okay. So it's not terrible because I do have a second turn play. Or a second turn. I do have a 2 mana play. You know. And then I run into the same problem because neither of these get mana. So, I mean, again, it does happen. But I think that this is a pretty good deck so far. Ooh, okay. So on turn 5 we would actually get our 3rd mana that we would need. So I'm going to call this one done. Okay. And I did have... Okay, I have cases over there, so those are going to end up in cases. I almost put it in. What is that? Sticky stuff. Don't care. Kind of care. Really care, but pretending not to care. Alright. So now this other one, I'm not prepared for. I wasn't sure I was going to even build a second deck, but, you know, I'm kind of having fun, so why not, right? Oh, let's see. Just seeing if anybody decides to chat. So that deck is done. Cool. Where do I put you? There's, here we go. Yeah, right there. Okay. All right, we're good. Needed to drink. Okay, so we're done with these. I'll have to sort through those later. Where's that box? I think that's it. Fucking chuck it bucket. Yeah, it is. Okay. Crap. Did I have artifacts in there? Artifact creatures, stuff like that. I definitely have artifacts. That's not what I was asking. I mean, technically, you could maybe use those. because they're not actually Eldrazi. They are just colorless spells. Why didn't I put that? Okay. That is also a colorless spell, and therefore could ideally go into this next one. So the next one is Phyrexian. Also have never done that. That's why I wanted to do these decks, because I'd never done them. I don't know how well they're actually going to play. And I think it'll just be hilarious to bring those two types out in front of people, and they'll just be like, no, absolutely not, I fucking hate you. So these are mana. Those can, for now, just fuck off. Alright, so, let's see, we got life gain. I already sorted these, just to make this little, so we got burn. Looks like, oh, my brain just took a shit. It's minusing. That's pump. See, this one... I feel like it's more of a battler. Death Touch, Lifelink. Obviously, that would make it a battler immediately, except for the lifelink would be life gain. But when it dies, it creates a 1/2 and a 2/1. So technically, it's also token. Yeah, you know what? We're gonna put in population. Scry. So deck manipulation. Okay, this is a lot. That all pump? Yep, this is all pump. Phyrexian pump. Under your control, proliferate. There we go. And see, this would also be in the population, but there's 4 population cards, so we're probably not going to do that. Oh wait, proliferate. And our players give. Oh wait, that's counters. Never mind, that's pump. So these guys actually go here. Okay, so we're not doing population. Could we add it? Yes. Do we want to? Probably not. Oh wait a minute. Why? Okay, I thought I had. Okay, sacrifice this. Gets 2/1. Okay, that's yeah. Okay, because you can create humans with these. So technically, they're also population. They kind of go on both. Let's see. Oh, you know what? So I made a mistake because there's the Phyrexian Ironworks. So we might actually. Okay, hold on. So the Inventor's Axe. Alright, well, it's fine. Not a big deal. So now I gotta go back through here. Because I did want to add... Okay, so this was actually supposed to be in here. Because you can get energy and it's energy heavy. So I was wrong. There's actually population. These are also some kind of like pump boost, but it looks like I was maining on the population in that stack. I was very tired. Leave me alone. Come on, give me the card. There we go. Alright, so we have 3 out. I mean, I kind of do want to put this guy, this big 9 cost mother trucker in there. we took out 3 cards from this deck, so we have to put 3 cards in. And we set aside a few cards because actually these work a lot better in, so far, what I'm assuming I was going to build that, the tokens. Sure, let's get that guy. Enters the battlefield, you lose 2 life. That's for X. Didn't I just have... What am I doing with myself? I don't even know. I thought I just... Okay, well, we're going to put the big guy in there. We only need 1 more. I just grabbed a group of them. What? Okay, my brain's gone. So that's 3. Okay, we're good. So we put the shapeshifter back in there. Oh, I saw a frayed edge. I'm like, no. But it's a really old card. I had that back when I was in Afghanistan. Few of them, actually. Okay, so back to the Phyrexian. That didn't happen. Sorry, I was trying to organize. My brain kind of ADHDs sometimes. Like, oh, that would make for a real good card to a deck, and then I totally get distracted. So I think the plan actually was to just throw in... Okay, so these are the pumps. These are the population. Proliferate. Yeah, that's for counters. How many times do we get counters? So that's the biggest question. Like, okay, we get counters from that, but that's equipment, that's equipment, that's equipment. It's very expensive equipment. There's another counter. Yep. That's more equipment. Counter. Cool. Okay, so I think we have enough to go ahead and just say yes, we can do counters. It's not a whole lot, but it is something worthwhile. Also, these are counters, so we can proliferate those, which means okay, there I go again. Whenever you cast a black spell, so that could be questionable because you have to cast a black spell, right? These are all living weapons. Back over there. Because, I mean, we have a couple blacks, so we'll see where we are. Because whenever you cast a black spell, this guy gets a 1/1 counter. As an additional cost, to cast white permanent spells, you may pay 2 life, if you so choose. So it's population, which also gives pump, and the Phyrexian ironwork. So we are going to throw these in here. Because they do work. So with that in mind, I think we do have enough because we have 1, 2, 3, 4, looks like 5, 6. We have 6 black spells so far, but we're going to also add some of these guys. So we have 7, 8, 9, 10. I mean, we almost have a deck right there with all that. These I'll add. I'm not sure if we're actually going to use them. There was a thing for white spells as well. So we are going to do that. All right. Oh, and this I get to draw a card and I lose 1 life. I think we had a card that actually was really good about having hand size and stuff. So this is black, red. Ooh, we have a face backward card. What are you, Scry? You go over there. Get out of here. Each player sacrifices a creature. If I have tokens, then that's totally fine. That's easy. Death touch, flying. So these, looks like, are just battlers. And we got a defender here. Each opponent loses X life, where X is the number of creatures with defender you control. Unfortunately, that is 1. But I mean, it's each opponent, so, and we could ideally put artifact defenders in here. If I could figure out what I did with those cards that, you know, I had in my hand and I did something with because my brain got sidetracked very quickly. Because I picked them up. I know I did. So whenever another creature enters the battlefield under your control, you gain 1 life. If we're doing population, that resonates, right? Like, it works. It doesn't hinder it in any way. Whenever another creature you control dies, each opponent. So 100%, this needs to go in there because with population decks, you want that kind of stuff. Like, something enters, something dies. Yeah, you're going to have a lot of creatures to have enter and die, right? Makes sense. So, I was talking about, I mean, I feel like either way, that'll be good as a defender. It's a 2 cost, you know, screw it. It's not a wall either, so it can't attack. But it doesn't get, like, there's some cards that I have that just, like, oh, you have a wall? Doesn't matter. So, I think we can do this. It's a 2 cost, 3/1. If I kick it with black, each player sacrifices a creature. So, I can sacrifice a token, counts as the death, because it does destroy it. Let's see. Enters the battlefield. If it was kicked, return target creature card with value 3 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. It gains haste. Sacrifice it. I mean, if we're using tokens, not so much. Battle flies. They're 1 costs. I'll throw all 3 of them in there. No big deal. There's another one of those little 2 cost shield guys. So it looks pretty thick already. Like, we may be done here. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31. Okay, so not quite. We have 31, 32, 33. Let's see. That just deals damage, no big deal. You can add mana. Not really too worried about that right now. Splatter Goblin. Gets -1. Whenever a creature you control dies, scry 1. Like a top card of your library, put it on top or bottom of. You may put that card on the bottom. May, being the key word. Don't have to. So we're gonna go ahead and I don't know. When this enters the battlefield, you lose 2 life. So that's kind of part of the cost to get a 3/2 for 2 cost. I don't know about that. I don't think I'm gaining enough life. I mean, I have one life gain. So really, I don't want to do that. Did I put it over here? Is that what? Oh, okay. There we go. So there's the one in any color, no maximum hand size. So 34. We got another defender, 35. So changelings are nice because technically it is also a Phyrexian, but there's no card in there that specifies Phyrexian. So we don't have to. Enters the battlefield as a copy of a permanent you control, except it's legendary and snow, in addition to its other types. And if it's creature, if it's a creature, it enters the battlefield 2/1/1 counters on it, and has changeling. That's awesome. I could see several uses for that actually. We'll have to figure out how to get some blue mana in there. I mean, we could just have a big fuck off dragon. Why not, right? Hornet Cannon. Treat this token as a 1/1 artifact creature with flying. Is unaffected by summoning sickness, so it has haste. At the beginning of your... At the end of turn, destroy it. Okay. Oh, there's another Battlefly. I don't know why you're... Oh, probably because I had a bunch of them. Like the Eldrazi Snake, that guy. Yeah, okay. Invert polarity. Choose target spell. Flip a coin. If you win the flip, gain control of that spell. And you may choose new targets for it. If you lose, counter it. Not terrible, but not fitting for this. So we have another shapeshifter. Enters the battlefield as a copy of any creature on the battlefield, except it has, whenever this creature attacks, it connives. Draw a card, discard a card. If you discard a non-land card, put a 1/1 counter on this. Could work. That's an extra. Let's see. Enchanted creature loses all abilities. That's an extra. When this enters the battlefield or attacks, put an everything counter on each of up to one target land and up to one target creature. So one land and one creature gets an everything counter. Each land type, or each land with an everything counter on it is every land type in addition to its other types. That's awesome. Each non-land creature with an every counter is every creature type. I mean, it's not terrible. It's a 3 cost, 1/5. And I imagine, well, it would help with mana, especially. And there's the Golem again. One that was like, yeah, you're not going in there. So we can throw the Mimic out in there. What? This attacks each turn if able. Doesn't untap during your untap step. Whenever another creature dies, then I can untap it. Okay, so we're done with those. I lost count. I was trying my damnedest to keep count, and it went bye-bye. We got Druid. Here we go. Look at the top 4 cards of your library. Put a land card from among them. Yeah. Oh wait. If you don't, put a card into your hand. Put the rest on the bottom of your library. It's not terrible, but I feel like that's going to be better in the other deck that I want to try and do. Could do that. Other creatures have a base power and toughness 2/2 and are bears in addition to their types. So that's all other creatures, right? So that kind of evens the playing field. Oh, wow. That's actually amazing. because my 1/1s would also become 2/2s and say, so like if somebody's playing elves, I don't want to use that because they're all 1/1s and I would just increase their power. But like the wolves does nothing to, whereas my 1/1s are then on the power of the wolves, right? So that could be pretty useful. As incubator enters the battlefield, choose a creature type. Creature spells of the chosen type cost 2 less. Actually, I do like that. Worn Power Stone. Get 2 colorless. I mean, why not, right? We do have some red spells, but I think you're actually here for the Hellkite. Yeah. Obviously, I was messing because like I got some angels in here. Aura. Enchanted creature gets 1/1 for each creature and or enchantment you control. Yes. I have 2 of them. They're only 3 cost actually, so yeah. No. Because there was another use for you. I remember now. What are you doing in here? Look, we have another defender. Hell yeah. Let's try and play on that. Skellington. Each skeleton you have. Okay. So, yeah, I was going to build a skeleton deck at some point. But I keep getting sidetracked, as you can tell. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. Come on. 10, 11, 12. So, like this guy is 1/1. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42. So that's where we want to stop. And actually that's seems like a pretty powerful deck already. We don't have a lot of mana source. So like we have I think only 2 or 3 mana source. There's 2, 3. Just double checking. Don't mind me. That's all pump. That's that. Okay. Yeah. No, we do not have. So we only have 3 mana source, which is fine. Yeah, I can also draw cards. Anyways, which is fine. Not a big deal. It has an additional cost to cast green permanent spells. I didn't even realize that. Put a counter on each creature. It's fine. It's fine. Anyways, so we don't have a lot of mana source. We have 3. Alright, so these can all go away. Because we're done with those. And back there. So, how do I want to do this? Because we need 18, right? And we have how many colors? So that's 2, 3, over there. 3, that's 4, right? Well, okay, white, yeah. That's 4. So far we have 4 colors. Actually, do we? Yeah, okay, so we have all 5 colors. Alright. We don't have much of all 5 colors. And then we got some colorless, which kind of helped. But, that being the case, we're going to need multicolored mana, which I have a lot of. There it is. Let's just put you there. Okay. So that can give us 2. That can also give us 2. So that's white in any color, blue in any color, blue green, red white, blue black, white blue, white green. So I'm not sure how I want to do this. Choked estuary. As it enters the battlefield, reveal an island or swamp card from your hand. If you don't, it enters tapped. Okay. Okay, so, I mean, looking at that, obviously, I need to go through here and look at... Because I know we're pretty heavy in black. Got some red. A little bit of, like, a dash of green. White. So it looks like, once again, black and red is our biggest... Looks like black, white, and red, actually, with a dash of the other colors. So, in that case, let's go all the way to the back and look at the tricolors. Maybe. Where? Uh-oh. What did I do with the tricolors? Oh boy. Because I had a bunch of tricolors and suddenly don't. Why am I so bad about just putting stuff in random places? Anyways, well, we got some tricolors. So, what did we say? Black, green, and white, right? Which, of course, I don't have any in this little stack that I'm holding. And I don't know what I did with the stack of other ones. Woo. Oh, right. You know what? I think I do know what I did with it. No, never mind. I'm wrong. Terribly wrong. I'm already El Drizzles. There's actually a lot of mana in here. That's just the unsorted box. Because I have a lot of sorted mana, so I haven't really felt like it. Where are these cards? They're getting crushed over here. No. Okay, some of them are in cases. Not sure what I was doing with them. Legendary artifact. At the beginning of the upkeep, mill. Exile, draw a card. Oh, that's Aegon. Okay. Lucky. So, I don't know. What I was gonna do. I mean, there's a lot of add 1 mana of any color here, which is always good. In fact, we'll go ahead and just take out 1 starting column because they're 3 cost, so that's kind of over here. I don't know what this stack is. I had a stack of like just mana, the tricolor mana. I don't know. I mean, ultimately, together, it's got the colors I do need, so screw it, we'll do 4. There. And then we have the Seagate. Got white. That was the main color. With white. Got black. False. White, black, red. White, black, green. Now, white, black, green. So don't need the Seagates. So we'll do white and red, and blue, green and white, black and blue. And that gives us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And we need an 18, so we can do... It's a 5 color deck, so it's really hard to just be like, I need this. Well, we know we need red, black, come on, just give me the damn mana. Oh, that's not black, that's colorless. There's 1 black. Now I'm getting a little picky. Should I be? No. Alright. That's fine. That one looks cool. I kind of wanted them to look cool and vibe with the Phyrexians, I guess. What did I say? White, black, green? It's got a lot of variation, I guess. I mean, black is definitely a big one. We got some red. Oh, wait. Was green? I think green was not one of them. Whoops. Because green's got a couple. It's white, black. Yeah, it's white, black, and red. Idiot. Okay. We did put red. So we just need white. I don't know. That one feels a bit... Oh yeah, there we go. Yeah. Alright. So, now we know what's left. Checking to make sure, obviously. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, what? Sorry, somebody chatted. Never mind, it's a fucking bot. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. They're trying to stick together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Come on. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. What? Did I miscount somewhere? Okay. 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, wait. No, I needed 8. I only grabbed 6. Nope, that's... Yep, okay. So in that case, we do have several more multicolors here. It's only duals, but that's fine. Got the outpost where you can pay 1, drop it. Sacrifice this. Search for forest card. Mountain or forest. I mean, possibly? Pay 5 out of 1 of each color. Not really. Big fan of that. Pay 1, get 2. Oh, here we go. Here's a triple. There's no red, though. Gain life. You know what? Oh, but they cost. That's ouch. The problem here is they cost. So let's keep going through. Oh, hey, sacrifice, mountain, forest, or plains. Yeah, there we go. That's 1. Oh, are they in here? Okay, they've been hiding behind all these other ones. Okay. Those are the ones I was looking for the whole... those are the ones I was looking for the whole time. There we go. Jeez. Alright. So let's grab these. Let's take out some dual lands. Separate the single lands. Because now that I found the triples, I kind of want to revamp this a little. Did I already mix it? What is wrong with me? Citadel. Okay, so there's more triples. That's a whoops. Cool. There we go. Brain fart. That's any color, but also costs. So that's part of the problem. Yeah. I think that was it. So yeah, we needed black, white, and red. Black, white, and red. Alright. Gotta try and remember that while we look through these. Black, white, and red. Black, white, and red. There we go. Shattered landscape. So we needed 18. That's 1, 2, 3. I'm actually go ahead and just put those 3. Oh, shattered and shelter. Okay. Tranquil. Contaminated. Because we do want dual lands to make up for the ones we are missing, right? So I think that's all that we're going to do from that one. Then we're going to go to the dual lands. Okay, so this is a triple. So See, now I got the right colors that I want. Black, white, and red. We have 3 out of 18. So you'll be number 4, I guess. Technically not. It's actually a spell, but we'll see how it works. And then we got 5. Are there any more of those sea gates or whatever? Green, white, green, green. What? 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 I am here. I am here, kitten. What do you want? What? Hi. I know. You were about to start howling because you thought you were alone, even though I'm sitting right here talking. I mean, really, we could do these because like white and blue. What do we need? Because we need all 5 colors, right? So sorry, I'm just trying to think like what the best way of accomplishing 5 colors is going to do. Because we didn't even do 5 colors in the Eldrazi deck. Add 1, deals 1 damage to you. Okay. Don't really enjoy that. I don't like hurting myself. Unless it's a healing deck, then I can afford it. Create a troll. Don't really care about that. I mean, okay. Gain 1 life, so guard blue. There's more blue. So let's see, that gives us green, white, black, red, and blue. That's 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's all 5 colors there. So we have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 out of 18. Okay. Sure, 10, 11, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. So we'll actually take this guy out. There's our full. Okay. I don't know. I think this will work. Okay, so bear with me. Let's run our test. We have 18 mana. Okay. Okay. Yes, okay. So we do have more, technically. That's okay. Let's see what we can get going here. So in theory, after you do this, you don't want to actually shuffle the cards. But whatever you put down last, for some reason I grab first, and you actually don't want to do that. So like we'll actually grab this one, and just go around this way. Okay. And then we will cut. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, we got mana, holy moly. I mean, it has some cards that are expensive, but they're not that expensive. Like, they have more mana that's more expensive than the other cards in my hand. Okay, well. Yeah, we'll just throw that out, tapped, no big deal. Next turn, another 2 cost. That's what I'm talking about. So I can actually throw this one out because it is a swamp mountain. And it says unless you control an island or mountain. So that does work. But the problem is, no, actually no. Okay. I was gonna say because we have white, but we have no white out here, so I'd have to use my next turn to throw that one out. Which I will do because we do have another thing that can play off 2 mana. These two, so we can throw that one down. We can afford that, right? And go boop and boop and I just realized. Okay. Anyways. So there's a Phyrexian. Menace. When this deals combat damage to a player, put a 1/1 counter on it. When you do, remove counter. Okay. So this is turn 4. Mana. Straight up just mana. So got 4. We need 4 for you. We could get more mana. Do that. Whenever another creature enters, proliferate. Proliferate. There we go. So turn 5. What do we got? Enters the battlefield. Okay, so what am I doing? Why did I pay so much? Holy ball sacks. All right, so just those 2. There we go. All right, so I mean. Wasn't great. Wasn't terrible either. I mean, we got a lot of 2 costs. It's not an expensive deck. I know that. Like, because if we win a couple more turns, like, yeah, it's not very expensive. There are things in here that can cost, but they're not out of reach, right? Give it a good shuffle. Kershuffle the fluffle. Hell yeah. Whoop, 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 whoop. Dropping cards. Those are, I think, on top. In that order. There we go. Oops. Almost forgot to cut. That was stupid of me. There we go. It's not a proper like shuffle if you don't cut at the end. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 6, and 7. Okay. Just the battlefield tapped unless you control. So we do have an island actually. So this will come out tapped regardless. I don't think I. Okay, I do have a first turn play, but not anything serious. So So that's turn 1. Let's go to turn 2. So that does not come out tapped because we have an island. So we have 2 mana to spend, if we so choose. We have red, white, and blue. You know what? Hey, they're next door. Leave them alone. So we'll do that. Turn 3. It just enters tap, so that's fine. Let's do white. So we have flying, red, enters the battlefield. When it enters the battlefield, attach it to target creature you control. So because this one's a living weapon, it is a creature as well. Sort of. It has a creature attached to it. Anyways. So yeah, this now has 2/0. It's gonna smack somebody pretty hard. So that's one a non-token creature. So that does not count for that, unfortunately. But that's okay. I'm also trying to figure out some of the strategies behind this. You know, like one does. So let's see. We got white. I want to do this right because we need black, we need red. So yeah, we'll do 1 colorless, bring out a non-creature token, so I can proliferate this guy. What does that do? Nothing, because it's 0/0 and dies immediately. But the idea is there. Oh, he has a kicker. I totally, yeah, 1 black. Each player sacrifices a creature. So actually, with the proliferation, I can sacrifice that thing that would... It doesn't immediately die. So I could technically sacrifice it, because it's not until, like, end of turn or end of damage combat. I can't remember the exact rules, but it's not immediately just dead. Alright, so last turn, we got another one of these guys. So we only have 1 black, so we can only play 1 of them. But we also have a horse. Well, if I kick it, I can create a soldier. So maybe I don't want to do that. So yeah, we'll just bring out the cranium thingy. It's fine. And we can equip for 2, so we can make something even more powerful. Number of artifacts you control. So we only have 2 artifacts. No, 3 sorry, I almost forgot to count it. So we have 3 artifacts. So something gets 3/1 because X is the number of artifacts. Do I want to equip it? Yeah, why not? So we'll actually throw this over here. Let's make our flying thing even stronger. And then, because these 2 are attached... No, that would be a terrible idea. Yeah, so I guess they're... Okay. So yeah, I don't know. It does alright, I think. It's definitely not as fast or powerful as I thought it was going to be, but it's not, like, absolutely hurting on mana, like I thought. Also, at the end of it, I thought it was just going to tank on mana because it needed 5 colors, and I kind of sporadically just put 5 colors in there, you know. Having the regular mana in there also definitely helps at least keep mana flowing. But my dragon deck, I think, it barely has any actual mana. I think it has like 2 actual mana, and the rest is all source of some sort. So Yeah, play with it. I mean, that's unfortunately how it is. With like 1 or 2 colors, you can get away with, only having like 15 mana, or just straight up 20, and you even it out, and it works great. You don't even need special land. So, last test, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's the Seek 8, 6, and 7. Yeah, okay, so we're actually doing really well on mana. So again, I'm not gonna just totally run this because it's just tapped, whatever. So based on our hand, we have mana. We have some low cost and some high cost. So this is actually a really good hand. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, right? Okay, so first turn, second turn, third turn, fourth, and fifth. So I mean, we can play everything by this time, which is good, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, wait. Because we need 5, so we can almost play everything. But we got the counter, got the defender, so that's decent. So it could be an alright deck. I won't say it's amazing. It's still pretty cool. So that's 2 decks I'm gonna call complete for now. Obviously, going through playing against other players, you do want to try and, reforge your decks so that kind of, so you can figure out what's broken, what works, try and filter those in and out. Like my wolf deck has been amazing. And I kept altering it, and there was a period where I altered it so much that it just didn't work anymore. So I kind of had to deal with that. But ultimately, okay, what did I break in the wolves? So I went back and I took out a bunch of the cards that I added and cycled them out for something else that did work. So you need to look for resonating effects. Like if you want to build a token deck, like this guy, or just a pump deck. They're both kind of token and pump. Regardless, you want effects that play off of those abilities. Like if you're playing a token deck with mill cards, it doesn't really work too well unless those tokens have a milling process. Like you sacrifice a creature, target player mills. 100%, that works. Right, so you need to find those abilities that work in the deck. So I'm probably going to play these a couple times. Not totally tear them apart, just figure out, okay, what slowed it down, what could speed it up. And on that note, I'm tired of talking for now. I also want to go play with my VR because I got the new Quest. So I'm going to end it here. Probably also eat food, lunch. It's a little early. But, this is also kind of a special thing. I don't know. If it gets enough views, sure, might do it again. I could build decks all the time, really. For example, just as reference, let's move these out of the way real quick. Put them somewhere that I know. Oh, these are all decks, and I've gone through most of them, kind of reworked some stuff, figured out what worked, what didn't work, stuff like that. And others I haven't even gotten to play yet because, well, the wolves, everybody wants to try and beat it because it's so strong. I think Fox and Hillbilly have decks that could potentially beat it now, because I did basically what I'm doing here. I took them through and just kind of went, look for these effects, look what can help, what, like, pay attention to what might hurt it, because Hillbilly handed me a potential deck, and he's like, hey, will this work? And it had like every ability. And I'm like, no, it will not work, because just like D&D, if you have every ability in there, it's not going to work. Like, you're going to hit those effects a few times, and it's not actually going to affect the other player, because they are stacked up to do one thing. Like, they keep using nuke cards, which is fine. I mean, you can put those in pretty much any deck, assuming you can rebuild yourself, right? So, like, against my wolves, didn't even affect. Like, no effect. Just why even do that? But yeah, so that was kind of what I told them to pay attention to. Like, there are things you can do to any deck, but then there's things that you really don't want to put into particular decks. Again, like the mill and token, probably don't want to do that. Like, mill should stick with mill, burn with burn. There are creatures, there are like tokens out there that have burn effects. So if you can get those, then, you know, great. You can do a population burn deck at that point. But otherwise, just stick with the instants, sorceries, and creatures that are going to burn as quickly as possible. And then Fox actually was building a wolf deck. And I think it finally hit peak performance last time we played. And has the potential, because I figured, you know, wolves against wolves might have just been continuously more powerful. He can't beat them. But after he played last time, I'm like, you know, maybe there's a chance his wolves could out-wolf my wolves. And that would be awesome. Like, I actually prefer that challenge. Like, if somebody's going to beat me, don't use an infinite combo. Like, Parallel Lives is technically an infinite combo. If you have two of them, they continuously populate off of each other. But I usually just let it pop once, and then I'm like, okay, Parallel Lives did its thing, because it doesn't actually say once a turn. It's any time you get. So be courteous to other players as well. That's always good. So yeah, if this actually gets views, YouTube, Twitch, whatever. I mean, I had a chatter, but it was a bot. So yeah, we could do this again. Maybe I'll reforge some of these decks with you guys, just to kind of show you how reforging really goes. With you, when you have stronger decks, you know, you don't tear them apart. You just try and look through them and figure out, okay, maybe it's got too much high cost, maybe it's got too much low cost, and not enough ways to get more cards, stuff like that. So yeah, just I don't know, hit up the channel. Likes, subscribes, channels, both of them actually. You can follow on Twitch, and we'll see what happens within the next couple days. Yeah. Bye.